I'm sorry not being there physically, but I fully support that idea, and that's the only way if we want to live in peace in this world. As said in the Beatitudes, blessed are the peacemakers, for they will be called sons of God. After the independence of Algeria in 1962, the French government decided to use our country for their nuclear testing. So they dismantled everything from the Sahara Desert, started to set up all those materials in our country on the atoll of Moruro and Fangataufa. And the first atmospheric test was held in 1966, July the 2nd. From the beginning of that nuclear testing in my country, we stood up and demonstrated on the streets against the French nuclear decision to use our country for their nuclear testing. What I found unacceptable was the decision taken by the French General de Gaulle, because there was a warning from the American military telling to the French all the consequences on human beings, and the French government just doesn't care. In 1976, the trade unions from Australia and New Zealand organized embargo on all the French products to enter into Pacific Ocean countries. The president of France at that time was Mr. Valéry Giscard d'Estaing. He decided to, from that year, to make it underground, which is worse. To the French, they can do that in our country, not taking care of the health problem of our population. 40 years after, we can see all the consequences in our country. Health problem, economical problems. We also worry about the next generation. We have so many handicapped children in our country, all different type of cancers. From the beginning, the French government used to say that the French nuclear testing is harmless, but now some scientists, doctors, French doctors and French scientists are recognizing the consequences of the French nuclear testing in our country. And after all those years of demonstrations throughout the Pacific and also throughout the world, we realized that we have to get the support of the international community. So I flew for the first time to New York in 1978 with the delegation of the FLN guys from New Caledonia. We met the people of the Committee of Decolonization, and they told us, we can do nothing for you, because your country has been removed from 1963, which means just before, 2 years before the first atmospheric test. So I think they made it on purposely. Then we started to get the support from all the countries of the Pacific and also throughout the world to get our country back on the list. It was not easy because it took us nearly 40 years, because finally we got the reinscription of our country on the list in 2013, May the 17th. So now the UN can be informed about the consequences of their nuclear testing in our country. And the resolution adopted by the United Nations is asking to the French government to permit neutral scientists, experts from the United Nations to come down to Tahiti and make their research about all the consequences from nuclear fallout. But the French government still refused, is playing a waiting game, we don't know. But we keep telling to the world that we need your support, and also we join our struggle against the French nuclear testing, and also our struggle to be a free nation, a sovereign nation. So that's why those two issues are linked, and we cannot dissociate. The nuclear weapon, nuclear testing in our country was a political decision, and we have so many problems to solve in our country. So we need the support of the international community. All those superpowers have used their colonies for their nuclear testing, like French in our country, the US in the Bikini Islands, Marshall Islands, and the Russian and the Chinese. So it is their full responsibility, in accordance to the UN Charter, to free this world from nuclear weapon. So I fully support this event and say thank you very much to the president and the whole country of Kazakhstan. And I hope there will be a few more meetings like this to sensibilize the whole world about the future of our planet. The nuclear weapon should be eradicated from our beautiful planet. Marururu.